Hey, folks, this is Fern Bryant, pastor of HUMC United Methodist Church. Welcome you to another special edition of This Is the Day. And look who I got with me here. Cindy Timko, the one who makes it happen. She is the brains behind the operation. She is the first person of contact that you see when you come to HUMC United Methodist Church, the office. Cindy, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks.
That's good, and welcome you to This Is the Day. We've been just interviewing some of the staff to kind of get their take on things that are going on, and so we welcome you today.
Thank you.
And so I'll ask you, like I've asked the other staff members, what has been the most difficult and hardest part of your job during this whole pandemic?
I think one of the hardest things is to try to make sure that the parishioners know what's happening here at the church. We don't have a lot of activity going on on the grounds here, but we do have things going on, and I often get calls and people will ask, what's happening and are there services, and so trying to convey that to everyone probably is the toughest thing, because I want to make sure that we don't miss anything.
Yeah, that's great. So it's almost like a ghost town around here, pretty much.
Yes, and it has gotten better. March, April, and May was basically a ghost town. I was fortunate that we were moving into the new section at the same time we were already in the lockdown, quarantine, whatever people want to call it. So I had almost no visitors. So it was kind of nice because I got a chance to set up my new office and take care of things there. But then on the other hand, because we moved location, nobody could find where I was. So whenever people started coming back out again, they kept coming to the front door like they usually did, but there was no one there, and we would have to direct them to the back of the building.
Right. Matter of fact, we're kind of sitting in your old space now.
We are.
Where your old office was. Now, since this pandemic, have you been getting a lot of calls with people needing help?
Yes. We get calls on a regular basis. Sometimes it's for the clothes closet. Sometimes it's people who want to donate to the clothes closet, which is closed right now because of the pandemic. We get people who want to come to the clothes closet to get some of the things that they used to get while we were open. So I know that that's still in a situation where they're deciding what to do with that. But I've also gotten a number of calls for people who need food assistance. We in the past have not had a food pantry, at least in the almost 8 years that I've been here, we've not had a food pantry. So I didn't have anything to offer people. But about a month ago, I talked to Pastor Vern about the numbers of calls that were coming in for people who were looking for assistance. And he and I put our heads together and thought that perhaps we could have an emergency food pantry. We don't have a lot of space, so we certainly couldn't have one like other places do. But now when I get phone calls from anybody who says they're really in need of some food for their families, I'm able to tell them that they can come in and we can, offer them enough that they can get through the next few days or a week to until their next check comes out or until they are able to go to another food pantry.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I know there are a lot of people who are probably needing help and assistance, and so that's great to be able to do that. And I'm sure it's been kind of difficult too with a lot of the groups not meeting and not being able to be at the physical plant here. That's been probably challenging as well to a lot of folks.
I think so too. I know we have some parishioners who don't have internet. They don't use a computer, and so they're kind of out of touch. And so I have started doing a hard copy of the crier for those people who don't have access to that. It's also a situation where if they do want to come to the church for services, I'm able to set them up as a reservation for them. So that's been helpful too. But there are people who are, kind of lost in the shuffle, and we're just trying to kind of corral them and find their place for them.
That's fantastic. So now, what has been the most rewarding part of your job during this whole time, would you say?
I think I would have to say it was being able to try to hold things together when everything felt like it was falling apart.
Yeah.
My job changed. I no longer do bulletins because we don't have them at the services. So the time that I would have been working on that, at first I thought, well, what am I going to do to keep me busy? And now my 4 hours a day run out, and I'm often here, a few minutes later than that. So it's been rewarding because, like I said, able to help make the Sunday programs work from behind the scenes.
Yes.
And just seeing everything come together.
Yes. And she keeps all of us straight, by the way, too. She's the one who keeps us all straight. Yes. And I know it's been difficult for all of us as well as those who may be watching, but like I always say, when people say, well, this came together and that came together, it's a labor of love. And I know what you do, Cindy, is a labor of love. And, on behalf of the whole church, we're all appreciative to all that you do. And thank you so very much.
You're very welcome. And I just wanted to add one last thing.
Sure.
In talking about helping people in the community who need our assistance, over Christmas, Dawn and I took a gift card for food and a poinsettia to a person that was referred to us, who is in the community but not in the church. And we took it to her and had a nice conversation outside with her. And today I got a phone call from her, and she said, I want to come to your church.
Oh, wow.
So we had invited her then, but she was still in the process of looking around because she was new to the area.
Sure.
So she did call today and say that she wants to come by, and I offered to register her, and I register her. I think she may already be registered, but I'm just going to double check to make sure.
Wow, that's fantastic. And that's what it's about during this pandemic, is reaching out. And Cindy, we're so grateful for you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you so very much. And thank you for all the hard work you do. And folks, if you are inclined to do so, just give Cindy a call here at the church, or send her an email, a text, and let her know that she's appreciated, because we appreciate everything that she does here. Well, until next time, this is Vern Bryant saying thank you for joining in for This Is the Day. And we hope to see you on another episode. And we thank the Master, Cindy Timko, for being with us today. Until next time, this is Vern Bryant saying you be safe and be strong. Bye-bye. Take care.